Hey there everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to continue on and we're going to make the hand and the head and maybe some hair for this guy. So we shouldn't be here for too much longer. After that the model will be complete and you will have yourself one low poly character model that's designed after, well, I'm just going to say the models in Bravely Default, since that's kind of the only one I can remember. I can't remember the name of the game that someone had me do these after. Anyway, let's continue. Let's go ahead and start making this hand. I'm going to start by making a simple box here. And that's it. It's going to zoom right in here. That's fine. And I'm just going to convert it straight into an editable poly. And it's going to start by moving things around here. Let's see here. Actually, that's not bad. Let's go ahead and go into Vertex, and I'm going to extrude. I was going to cut it, but just extrude it. Not that much. I should do fine. In fact, I'm going to grab these and push them in a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Go back into the face mode, and I'm going to extrude this out, and this is going to be our index finger, just like that. And then I'm going to extrude this one out similarly, and that'll be the rest of the finger. So this hand that I'm modeling, I actually saw it in someone else's model, and I kind of liked it, and I used it for a couple of models in the past. And it's really simple. It actually is pretty animation friendly. It doesn't have a whole lot of polys in it either. So let's see. Let me just go ahead and continue. It's basically like a mitten with a single finger on it and a thumb. So I'm going to go ahead and go into edge mode. Oh, that's hard to see. There we go. And I'm going to connect. So I have an edge in there. And I'm actually going to cut here. We'll do the same on the underside. Okay. I'm going to grab these. I'm going to F3 so we can see what we're doing. Grab these and kind of push them in a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to add in another edge here. So connect. Okay, and once again I'm going to cut this polygon into triangles. And you'll see why later. Basically, we're going to get a better bend out of the hand. Here, and I'm gonna extrude that one out a little bit more. Okay, and then here I'm going to extrude the thumb out. Hang on, let me go ahead and rotate this a little bit. And I'm going to weld these vertices into the hand again. So this one on the edge goes that way. And then this one goes in here, just like that. Good, good. Going to put this down. Alright, last thing we really need to do is we're going to delete these two faces. We're going to create new ones to kind of form the webbing between the thumb and the rest of the hand. Looks pretty good like that. So at this point you should have something that looks a little bit like this. It's kind of looking like a little bit of a big thick mitten, I guess you could say. I'm actually going to take these vertices and pull them in. It's a little bit smaller. There we go. So now at this point we have our hand. We're just going to keep shaping it until it looks like the type of hand we really want. And there you have it. That is your low poly mitten hand. And that'll go right onto the wrist of the low poly character. I'm going to go ahead and grab these and delete them. That should fit right on there. So now that the hand is done, we're going to get the head on here so that our headless low poly model will have a head and be complete. After we put the hand on too, of course. Now the head is going to be very simple. We're going to start off with a sphere, and it's going to go ahead and put one in front here. And I'm going to drop the segments down to 8, I think. 8's good. Yeah, 8's good. I'm going to bring it up here so it'll sit on top of his head, neck area. Just gonna go ahead and make it bigger. Alright, so let's see, put it right around here. So how we're gonna do this is I'm gonna once again just convert it right down to an editable poly, and Alt X so I can see through this thing. And actually, before I do that, I'm going to zero it out on the X, so it's completely centered with the rest of the body. And I'm going to go into edge mode, and I'm just going to grab edges, connect it, and I'm just going to scale them out and start shaping the bottom of the head. Not really worried too much about the top just yet. So we're not quite done yet. I'm going to grab all of these, connect this down to around here, and scale it down. Alright, X. there it is. That's basically the head, or at least the front and maybe the side. So the last thing we're going to do is add one more edge here. Let's move it up to around there, and then I'm going to delete the ones on the bottom. Okay, and that's it. That's how the head goes. Now I'm going to select the body again. Let's do one of these. And instead of bringing the neck down from the head, I'm actually going to bring it up from the body. Oh, wait. Grab these. Here, here. These two. Just bring it straight up. 3, so we can see what we're doing. Now the reason we chose 8 for the number of segments for the head is so that it would match up perfectly with our neck hole. So now you just want to shape the neck so it will fit on here. We're going to weld everything together later anyway. Just want to get everything into place. So now that the neck is done, we're going to bring the hand up here as well. Whoops. Do that. Got the whole thing. We're just going to kind of slide it in like that. And that seems like a pretty good size. I might actually go ahead and scale it up a tiny bit. Yeah, that's good. And we want to move this so it's right around where we want it to be. Yeah, that'll do nicely. Alright, so now that our head and our hand are in place, we're going to select the body one more time, go into Editable Poly, we're going to click on Attach. And we're going to click on the hand, and we're going to click on the head. And we're going to deselect Attach. So now everything is now a part of the body. The reason we chose the body first was because we're going to be using the body's pivot point. We don't want the pivot point of the entire body to be over here where the hand was. And there's one last thing I want to check on. Yeah, thought so. Going to select, go in the front view, and we had an entire head here, so we want to actually delete everything on this side of the head so that symmetry works. Because if I didn't do that before, you can see that, you know, we have a full head and only half a body now. So the symmetry is going to kind of mess that up. So we just go ahead and delete those, and now the entire body is only half. Now the last thing we really need to do is get in here, is we're going to start welding everything together. Now you can pick and choose which vertices are going to weld to which vertices here. We don't really want the hand to conform to this circular shape of the wrist, but instead we want them to kind of meld into each other. So it's kind of a give and take of which one welds to where. So I'll do this and I'll be right back with you. So there is our hand and wrist. Everything is connected. Last thing is the neck. So again, target weld. And here, I'm just going to target weld the neck to the head. And there you go, that's the head and everything attached to it. So there's always some tweaking to do, just like we did with the hand and the wrist. You might want to move the vertices around the neck a little bit so that everything looks a little bit better. You know, because this is a little bit wonky. I want to move this one up, move this one out. This one out here. Again, it's all to your liking, but as long as you can get everything looking the way you want it to look, you don't have to follow the reference perfectly, of course. It's just so that it looks correct. But after all those parts of the video and following the instructions that you created for yourself in your reference, you should end up with one low poly model character. Actually, just to do this, let me go in and I'm going to turn off the smoothing groups. Now we can see all of the facets of the model. So I hope this was able to help you out. It was a little bit fun to create the model, and if you create this model, let me know how it turns out and what you do with it. I know I'll probably use it. I mean, I did model it, so might as well put some good use to it. But thanks for watching. I may continue this series by going into making the hair and unwrapping and texturing, rigging. We'll see. If you guys would like that, just let me know and I'll go ahead and continue on with it. But for now, that'll be it. Happy animating and happy modeling, and thanks for watching.